I've been in situations where you go out with someone, no one said it was a date or not, but then after the
Um,
fact, it's like, oh, this was a date, huh? And in my head, I'm like, I didn't know that. so,
Like, how can you go out with someone and not let them know that they're going on a date? Or
I can speak to that.
I'm like, how do you take somebody out and like, oh, this is a date,
No.
but I'm not letting you know this is a date.
well, it's more of like, because you can hang out, well, at least for me, like,
Yes.
I can hang out with you and do, I guess, the same things that would you would also do on a date. Like, we can go for a walk.
Yeah.
That's just us going for a walk.
Yeah.
But then if you come back at the end of the day and you're like, oh, that was a date, to me, it's like, no, that wasn't a date. That was a walk. So,
Yeah.
putting the title on it, yeah.
That is wild to me.
No, in the comments, Mr. Low Rich, we see it here. He said, yeah, that's a thing. There is a group of guys who like to kind of dwell in that gray area. So things
Mhm.
aren't really, oh, this is an official date. Hey, please dress up like this. I'm taking you to this restaurant.
Right.
No, they'll do something. And I've talked to guys like this before. They'll say, hey, I'll meet a girl and ask her to come grocery shopping with me. So something real like random.
Can I get the ladies who are watching put LAME in the chat, because that is as lame as it possibly can get.
No,
How lame? You're okay.
but they're smooth. The dudes are smooth.
Oh, listen. How are you going to literally? That is so lame. You're gonna be like, oh, let's go grocery shopping.
No,
Okay, by the
no.
way, that was a great date at the end.
No, they don't say it's a date. They'll just say, hey, come out with me real quick. Hey, come on, man.
Yes.
They'll be like, hey, just come out with me. I gotta pick up some things, but I want to talk to you while I'm out. And then they're shopping and they're like talking to you, trying to get to know you in a very neutral, unassuming way.
I'm a woman. Listen, ladies, we go to the grocery store all the time. Do you know we were on dates with all these guys in the grocery store? We were on dates this whole time. Who knew we were dating?
Come on. I'm just saying, okay, maybe not grocery store. Okay, say like a farmer's market.
That's the same thing. Babe, okay. The same thing.
All right. Then the dry cleaners? I mean, but hey, all I know is, so I know what you're talking about, my dear. There are dudes who do that because the pressure isn't really on to perform. It's like really neutral. So if it goes really well, they can just kind of keep doing things like that until they make it official.
D-Lie, that's very very lame.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just communication. Like, even if you want to say that, if someone said that to me, like, all right, but then we don't have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, It can't just be like, you're just going to say, oh, it's a date, and then that's it. So, for me, I know I need, like, way more clarification. So,
I think,
yeah.
Don't feel bad. We all would need way more clarification to know that we're going on a date. Am I looking cute, or am I walking in scrubs or my pajamas with you to go down to the store?
Hey, but that's how the guy wants it. They want to see a girl in a very
lame.
Hey, I'm just for the record, I didn't do that. I dated my wife the normal way, but I'm saying when
look at him.
When I've talked to guys, they want to remove all the formality because they say sometimes a woman will like go out of her way to put her best foot forward. But if you're just saying, hey, I need to pick up my dry cleaning, can you come with me? They'll just treat it like nothing. She's a hater. All right, what's the next question?
How do you go on a date and not know that you're on a date? That is ridiculous.
No, because guys, they use it so it's like a neutral playing field.
I get what you're saying, but excuse my French, have the balls to just be like, I want to take you out on a date.
Balls is English. No, they do that afterwards because it's like a logic. It's a thing that happened probably as of like 2014 or something like that. Dudes started doing that.
I think that's lame, but I guess if it works, y'all will keep doing it. After Q&A, after what? Question and answer who? What?
Hey,
to us?
Lo,
ask us anything. We'll answer you.
Lo, I want to ask you about the neutral dates.
Oh,
I would
no.
like for you to explain that first one day.
Yeah, yes. Mommy, want to jump on the line and explain it to us? Do you have the French balls to come on the line and explain it to us, Mr. Luwami?
Oh, no.
He said, "What? I'm here. I'm here. Where's that? Where's KTN me? Oh, I'm here for. Click the link. Click the link. Click the link, Luwami, so you can explain to us what you mean. Okay, click the link. We're waiting for you, Luwami. I see Luwami.
Uh-oh.
Brother.
He's in the game. What's up, Lo? Talk to her for me, please.
All right,
Talk
let me. Chilling, my man. How y'all? Okay, so let me let me cut off the TV because I have it on my TV, but I'm gonna look at the screen. So
Okay.
double the views, you know what I'm saying?
Technology,
YouTube and Facebook, you know what I mean? Try to get your viewers up.
Come on now.
All right. So how do I explain? So I think Art explained it beautifully. He eloquently stated. So when it comes to dates are very formal. And before a guy is going to invest time and money and, he wants to get to feel for who the girl is. So it can be just really as simple as, hey, what you doing Thursday? Like I have tickets to a basketball game. Oh, I'm free. It's not a date. I just want to pick her up, blah, blah, blah. So I remember there was a specific situation where she was available. I was available. We hung out. It was no date or anything involved. And we did that a couple of times. And she got frustrated. She's like, you're mad annoying. I was like, annoying? Why? Like, why am I annoying? She was like, so she never expressed that she was having interest and I was never making a move. Once she expressed that she was frustrated because she was interested, then I'm like, oh, okay. Then there can be a little bit more intentionality. But for me, I'm not going to sit there and, hey, you want to go on a date Thursday night? Because then that all of a sudden, okay, I have to put on my best dress. I have to put on my best face. I have to make sure I answer all. It's this added pressure where guys is like, I just want to get to know you in your element. So I don't need to see you all dressed up. If you in your regular clothes and your scrubs and we're going to go out to, as Arik said, hey, I'm going to grab some stuff at the store. You want to ride with me? And she said, yes. I'm not looking at it as a date. I'm just observing. I'm just trying to see how she is. And so if that is built, continue to build, then hey, you know what I'm saying? I enjoyed each other's company. I'd like to take you out on a date. That's when it becomes official.
Ladies, put in the chat what you think about that. Because listen.
But not everybody can pull that off. Not everybody is capable of doing that. So I have a very bubbly personality. So when I invite people, they're not thinking much of it. But for me, I'm like, all right, I want to see how she is in a group setting. I want to see how she is, in just her natural self without her having to, I like it. Yeah, I want to see how you really are. This is new. Yeah. Man, I guess for every new thing that guy learns, women learn something new as well. I thought this was common knowledge, man. I thought this was. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I got from that story. Here's what really stuck out to me. You're like, oh, I was taking her out 20 times and not really asking her on a date.
That's whack. Yo, I think my
listen, here's what stuck out to me. Oh, I took her out 45 times and never said a real date. And then she got frustrated, so she had to tell me. And when she told me, then
that was one example. That was one example. But I'm saying is that if you don't know if the girl's interested or not, right? You can only assume if she says, "Yeah, I'm down to," you're like, okay, there has to be some sort of interest. Like you being cheap. No, it has nothing to do with being cheap. It has nothing to do with being cheap.
They don't understand that before you draft someone,
20 times,
scout them.
Yeah, that's
here we go with the draft.
No, listen. We compare everything to sports. All right. So before I'm going to make the number one, before I'm going to invest in a long-term player, right? I want to make sure that this person that I'm scouting, you know what I'm saying, is going to be the franchise player for my team. So before I sign you to a 5-year, $300 million contract, you got to try out, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to go to some practices. I want to see how you are with the other teammates, my friends, my homies, you know what I'm saying? So all of those things don't have to be dates. Like there is intention, there is importance for being date, but it hasn't So I'm seeing comments like cheap, and it has nothing to do with like being cheap.
No, she's
you know
saying
what
cheap
I'm
with
saying?
your effort, time,
Nah.
money, intention.
So no. The most expensive currency is time.
Yes.
And if I'm inviting you somewhere and I'm bringing you into my time, and I want to spend it with you in whatever capacity, there's value to that.
Yes.
Value should not always be equated to what I'm spending and what I'm dressing up and what I'm taking. Those things are important to sustain a relationship.
Yeah.
I agree.
But in the early stages, because the underlining thing, and you guys can agree to this, is I want to date or I want to marry my best friend. Well, how's friendships established if it's always connected to some sort of, well, I have to put out my best effort? No, I want to get to know you in your element. I want to know how you are in your natural state. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. Let's see, Nisha. If I'm willing to go out with you to shop for house items, that's a clue that I have some interest because it's my time.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, I took a
Nisha.
female friend of mine to Marshall's, and I was like, hey, I gotta grab some stuff. And she went to, we went off. I was like, I just gotta grab, I had to grab a shirt or something. And from there, she was like, oh, I want to go to the decor. And I'm getting, okay, so she's a designer, she's this, she's interacting, she's talking. I'm not considering that a date, but we're enjoying each other's time. And then from there, I was like, okay, hey, I'll hit you up tomorrow. And then there can be an intentionality of saying, I enjoyed my time with you the other day. I would like to take you out on a date.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the logic behind it. It is.
Yes.
Brothers ain't trying to be cheap. We ain't trying to skirt around it. We're just scoping out our franchise player. That's it. That's all.
And
That's all.
Nothing's more frustrating than you see her. You're like, oh, she's dope, and you run up on her. You're like, hey, there's a spot I want to take you to. And then you go out, and then the date is just horrendous.
Then you're out $60 because now if the dude's like, "Hey, we're going Dutch." No. Listen. If the brother says, "Hey, I want to take you out on a date," and the girl's not really interested, and I'm going to invest my time and my money, and she doesn't, I'm going to go out. I want to get cute. I want to get out the house. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not really interested in this guy, but I get a free meal out of it. Not only did you waste my time, you wasted my money as well. So that I look like a clown if I end up saying, hey, we're gonna go Dutch because I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? If you really have interest, like how lame does a dude sound if he says that, right? But how lame does a dude sound if he says that? Oh, girl, you know. So we have to listen, in this society, there's so much pressure for a man to get it right. This is one of the ways in which men alleviate some of that pressure by observing.
Yeah, by being
and there's no commitment.
Days where y'all just took the pressure.
No,
just take the full-on pressure.
Maybe 10 years ago. This society nowadays is different. Man. It's different.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I remember when I was in the dating game and era, like guys would just want to take the pressure.
How long ago was that? All right, you've been in the game for at least 15 years. So whatever you remember it to be, it ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
I took her out the game a minute ago, bro. she been retired.
That's what I'm saying. So you talk about what days are you talking about? You've been out of it for, you know what I'm saying? Let me go apologize to my husband for it is. I love you, D. Hey.
Yo, D is hilarious. One of my favorite people. Oh, she is so funny.
Okay, all I'm saying
I understand women may not like what they're hearing, but there's logic to what we're doing. Yeah. It's not, we're trying to blow it off. Are you a safe person? Are you comfortable? Yeah. Can I crack a joke? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna get all that on the first date. You're just not. You're just not. You're just not.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
You know, I got you, man. I'm up there watching. I was like, I can't sit here on YouTube and Facebook, but I'm like, I'm typing as fast as I'm thinking, and so that's why there's some misspelling. So I was like, let me get on here and explain to y'all that.
Listen, the people want to know, are you available and single?
Hey, yo, this was a Q&A. I didn't know this was a part. I didn't know I was a special guest. I would have at least put on a collar shirt or something. I did get my haircut today, so I am feeling myself a little bit.
Fresh. You're looking fresh.
Hey,
you know what I
mean? Hey, am I? Yes, I am. Yeah.
All right. But do we have the time? Do we have the time?
Right now? We gonna do this right now?
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Y'all bugging.
You're welcome.
You're lying right now.
You're welcome. No, thanks for coming on. But now let's transition.
Hey, whatever options I just had, maybe, you know what I'm saying, prior to me coming on, it's gone. Like, I don't want to know this guy because I know if he slides in my DM talking about, yo, I'm going to the store. Nah, so I'm already at a disadvantage. You set me up. You set me up.